please visit www.patreon.com/oneseedaday and support us with a monthly donation of €1 or US dollar in order to get access to exclusive content of various permaculture projects, analysis and insights about agroforestry, to connect with our community, to support our daily seed plantings and long-term projects such as the One Seed a Day Foundation and socio-ecological reforestation for the connection of humans and their nature. Yeah, we completely surrender to you.
So, we are here in a new spot for us in the Solbacka community with Marina.
Yes.
And would you like to say something about your being, your manifestation in this world?
Marina Kronkvist is the full name, and I'm the last one in Solbacka to build from the original founders. I'm the last one to build, so this is my spot where so far I have built yurta platform. I sold my yurta this summer, and now I'm gonna start building my house here. So I have the logs for it. So that's sort of situating me in Solbacka. Slowly, after 10 years, something is starting to happen.
Well, I was noticing very close to the sauna, so it's a very strategical position, especially for the winter that is already coming.
But yeah, for me, I was drawn to this place because I feel like I want to be close to that big the mountain, or what we call it, the the stability from that. I feel very drawn to that. Yeah, and fairly sort of central in Solbacka.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, yes, so my place in the world, I would say I'm an artist, a coach, a therapist, and I have developed something called ritual play. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and I work with people around sexuality and just being alive and thriving with whatever we do.
Yeah, you were talking about the tendency of the society to see sexuality either as like from a medical perspective, so in this very binary way to either see it as functioning or not functioning. Yeah. And this is personally a topic that touches me individually.
Yeah.
Because I had to very much like go in that direction for personal reasons. So I'm very interested about like, you talking to us about maybe a bit more.
Yeah. So I wrote my thesis within the aesthetics art research. I wrote my thesis, my master thesis on sexuality as art. So sexuality as culture, and just continuing on what other people have started, which is to develop a concept of sexuality and to show, like, historically we have a tradition of sexuality, eroticism as art and culture and practice in the West. That it's
the mosquitoes are nasty.
Yeah,
right?
now they started to come.
Yeah.
So because otherwise in the West, this medicalized model of and the science-based model of sexuality is the dominant one, and then within that story. We are born with our sexuality, and it's either functioning or not functioning, and there is not so much, but the whole tradition of it being something we learn and we practice, and we develop skills around
Yeah.
relating and knowing ourselves, pleasure, how to enhance pleasure, how to create new pleasures, new identities, play with identities. So all of that, it's a whole other stream of knowledge and story, another story about sexuality.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Also because like, in fact, when it comes to experience, it is really so that each individual has a whole different way to express.
Yeah.
And so also like, every time there is a new, yeah, I really like the term that you used, ritual.
Yeah.
So I think it really like with every new person with which someone decides to share this sphere of life, it becomes a kind of new ritual, new
Yeah.
learning
Yeah.
process.
Yes. Yeah. To learn in a way, like, how am I with this person? How is this person showing up with me? What are we creating together? And yeah, and then yeah, how is it then also in interaction with the rest of the world? Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about this term play, because it can have very many levels.
Yeah.
Also, possibly like not only about imagination,
Yeah.
possibly, but also maybe with tools that can be also be made together. Like I don't, I'm
Yeah.
just talking out loud.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was wondering, like, if you also we have
Yeah.
probably made experiments in these directions. So I'm
Yeah.
quite interested.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, how to say, when I started this thing that I developed, so it developed out of me wanting to work. I was a body worker, and then I wanted to. I liked being a body worker and working with people somatically and around all things body, and enjoying our bodies, and I wanted to started to have this longing that, oh, what if my client was also active, not only like lying passively, and I would be the one doing all the doing. So then, yeah, slowly in that time, this was around 2010, I started calling in this, like, is there a way I could work with my clients interactively? So not only that I am the one doing something to them. And so slowly this concept, or like a model of how to do it, started to emerge. So it's still a very clear space, sort of for the client and me, both of us. And in the beginning, I called it in Swedish rituell kärlek, so which means basically ritual love. If you translate it, kärlek is word for love, and but the thing is, so I wrote my thesis, and my thesis informed a lot of how I developed this practice. But another thing that informed it is I wrote a book that I published in 2007 in Swedish, because Swedish is my mother language. And so in that, that was my own personal journey of, when whatever I had love had meant sort of died, and then it was rebirthed into my life, because I saw that in the Swedish word for love there is play inherent in it.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So kär,
Interesting.
which is in love, and lek is play. So it was very important. And how play was like, it was this, I had a very physical, sort of visceral sense. It is when, we're creating something when I am creating something together with another person, or in the beginning it was just person, now it's also like everything around us. Yeah, so it's not
Symbiosis.
yeah, it's but there is a sense of generating something, together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like something that for me that I find interesting, and if I invite another person in, that they also find interesting. So it's you're creating some form of anyway. I could recognize that there is something like this that I can do with people, and this is like a ritualized love.
Yeah, I was wondering, like when you were saying that, um, basically that you wanted to change this paradigm, so to say, that you were doing something to your clients and you wanted maybe to explore instead an activity from them to you. Then I was also wondering if,
Yeah,
yeah,
or sort of something where we're doing something together.
yeah,
So so not just from them to me, from a shared
okay.
thing.
But still, my question I think applies also to this, because I was wondering, like, generally, clients choose somehow the professional to get something that can be a therapy, can be, something that they wish for, or.
Yeah,
And so I was wondering, like, in this shift
yeah,
that you wished for your, for this dynamic to change,
yeah,
if then it was also you choosing your clients, so to say, and if also you still call them clients, or if it's like a general change in the vision of, like, you as a therapist or artist interacting with somebody. So yeah, probably there is also a fertilization or a hybridation of who is this person, what is your role, what is their role.
yeah,
Like, it's becoming much more
yeah.
hybrid.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
mean there are many points in that. So first of all, I think all entrepreneurs and therapist coaches, we always sort of to some degree choose who we want to work with.
Yeah.
In that sense, like these are the people I would love to work with. Oh dear, and then so. And the other point, so the so when I show this, when I present to potential clients, like, yes, of course they choose me, sort of, if it's like I have mentioned, like this can be helpful for these and these sort of situations to engage in ritual play, of course, so they also need to feel see the value for them to invest their time and money in this kind of work.
Yeah. So just to give a kind of more,
But I wanted to distill
yeah,
something that you said,
yes,
because as someone offering ritual play, and I teach it to other people also now. What was revolutionary and new was this, that okay, I as a practitioner, I offer something of myself, and I need to be very clear where are my boundaries, because like how much of my emotional self, my vulnerability, my physical self, how much of my eroticism, how much, like, where are the boundaries of what I offer up for play with the client, and where I am committed to be honest in my responses and impulses in the dynamic with the client. So that was something that I worked really I enjoyed figuring out, sort of a mindset that would make that so I had a clear mindset where I went in.
yeah, which has to do with consent. So
Yeah.
probably
Yes.
both
Absolutely.
people express their boundaries, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah. And the practice has a limit to itself. So where is the physical activity? Where can it go? So there are limits, and yeah, for play also there is always when you put restrictions and constrictions, and that sort of develops play. Like all play has this. It's like some
Rules, so to
yes,
say.
yes, and then it can sort of flow within that. Okay, but first we need to have a place sort of where that's sort of. So first of all, we need a physical defined play space. So, and I brought ropes, so we can just put some ropes to mark it. It can be, here is a rather flat thing. It's also nice to have some trees. We can play around trees, and we could also go over there. Does it look okay here?
I think so.
Yeah, let's just put it here.
Kind of defining this space.
Yeah, so just we can co-create because it doesn't have to look in any.
I like words with pro.
And you can just put it on the floor, whatever it's called.
I wanted to kind of take advantage of this angle.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also want to be barefoot. But now it's the thing, I have all my... Yeah, that's a defined space. It's not so cold now. That's good. So yeah, so now we have a defined space, and we're gonna have a defined time also. So that's why I have my so I can time it. Yeah, I have to look at you, otherwise who am I gonna play with? Yes, so this is a space. This is our playground, and what we agree upon is to be non-verbal when we are playing for the time that we set, whatever that's 5 minutes or something like that, 3 minutes, whatever it is. And instead of words, we use sound, movement, like the space, and breath. So we can express in other ways fully.
Okay.
And we agree to not injure each other in the sense of physically, breaking bones or skin or similar thing.
Or pain.
Yeah. So
Depends.
and then we agree upon to have a stop word, and I just suggest it's stop. If at any point either of us wants to end the play because it feels triggering or just feels like it's complete, we can just say stop. And okay. And then there's also an invitation that one of us can step out of the play space and the other one can't follow.
Okay.
So it's a way to separate us. So at any time, you or me can step out of the play space and come back in again. So it doesn't mean that it has stopped. But yeah, for instance, one could play outside the whole time. So, and as we see the whole space, we don't have to have any physical contact if we don't want to. So then there are 4 invitations also. And the invitation is, the first invitation is that there is no goal to to our interaction. So we're not looking for any special emotions or states or anything. So, and instead of a goal, what we have is that we whatever is there is what we honestly, as impulses and responses, that is what we sort of embody and put to play, basically. And so whatever emotions, so basically to not censor oneself. So whatever comes up in the dynamic, that is an invitation to put that to play. So it could be, it could be emotions, strong emotions or mild emotions, but from anger, sadness, joy, movement impulses, being close, being far away, running, being very still, holding the other one, or but so there is also an invitation then to do whatever we do with in a slow enough way so the other have a choice. So, for instance, if I come towards you, I could see it sort of, are you staying? Are you? And if I grab you, can I? Yeah. So, so then it's like I can feel, are you staying with, or are you? If you would try to take your hand away, so then it's like, I listen. Okay, so I can let it go, or if I wanted, So that's to have reversibility in what we do. And also in my own emotions. For instance, if I would have strong anger or eroticism come up, so to just let it come to the degree that I can also reverse it and let it go. So the same invitation for both of us. And then also to practice self-care. So to only be in any dynamic that feels that it's something that you enjoy.
Okay.
And so, so we both have that invitation to only engage in something that feels meaningful or pleasurable, and to direct the dynamic towards that. So that leads our play forward, moment by moment.
Nice. I like these rules.
Yes. And then we start by standing outside, and then one of us will first come in on the mat, this space. And then the other one comes in second and gives a signal, just saying start. And from that point, it just starts. We start to follow these impulses. And then, and then when the timer rings, then we step out and end.
Do you also do generally a kind of moment afterwards to share with
to share verbally after what came up. And usually, I mean, in a session, there is, and also if it's a workshop, there's a lot of sort of embodiment practices first for people to come into to embodiment, because this is an embodiment practice in relational space. So you're missing out on that now.
Okay.
You just get to.
And I imagine that this activity project philosophy is also coming under the umbrella of Embodied Wisdom School. Is it also connected to that?
No.
At the Dragon Temple?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No.
So it's
No.
something independent.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes. I mean, this is it's embodiment work, but it's our separate work project. So
Nice.
and collaborations are always happening, but that's okay. Let me check. So then, yeah, we will start by having eye contact here. But the most important thing is like, yeah, when we have had a little bit of eye contact, I go in and I place myself somewhere. And then you feel, okay, because when I go in, I feel, okay, would I want to be lying, standing, sitting in this space? And then it's your turn to really feel into you. Okay, where would you like to be? Would you like to be close to me? Would you like to be far away from me? Where are you drawn to? Which part of this space? And would you want to be lying, sitting, or standing?
Nice.
And then it's the most important thing is just to say start.
Okay.
For you.
Okay.
So then I know from there we see. Okay, so now I put the timer, and I'm gonna ask you before. Do you have any injuries in your body that I would need to be aware of? Any blue marks or?
No, I just have some cramps in the womb, so maybe
Okay.
only that.
Yeah, I have to see. No, I don't.
Do
I
you?
have a shoulder that can hurt if it bends in a weird direction. So I might, react if I do something with my shoulder. And it's not for you to take responsibility, but just so you know, like if I suddenly like, so then you know why.
I will take care of that.
But no, you don't take care. I take care of it. But yeah, it's part of this to hear
Of
if
the
there's
play.
to hear sort of if there's any sore spots on the body that might be part of the play in that sense. So then I put on the 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. Your turn.
want to play longer?
Oh! There we go. So.
It's
Yeah.
quite interesting.
And then just landing in our own experience.
Super playful.
Just having eye contact again, just sort of to see and feel also, whatever the after effect of it.
Actually, it's quite funny.
I love the look. You have lots of.
Oh,
That was so good.
I can live it.
Yeah, what was?
Oh, it's interesting. It's like I was really feeling some more very instinctual intentions or somehow, wishes to also interact a lot with the space and
Yeah. I also I think I have only before played outside, and then we were a group, and for me this felt so. It was. I loved to get to know you because we don't know each other, so it was like meeting in this way, and then also to have like that it was outside and the trees, so all of that.
yeah. Also, I think it's having a kind of defined space, but that at the same time you can decide to exit.
Yeah.
That's somehow very stimulating a bit the playfulness.
Yeah.
Because if you have the whole forest,
Yes.
I don't know, maybe you don't focus so much about this defined space with this defined entities that we have here. Also like the branches.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, it's true. Defining something and limiting something. I mean, it's part of in that's part of how you create play.
yeah, that's very, very interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And do you also have sessions like with many, many people in a defined space?
Yeah. So it can be. You can do it. Trios is also like fun to do, and also a whole group. It's interesting in that sense. I like the best to do myself, really, just with one person, because it's already so much.
Yeah.
And for me, it's medicine, because I come from this background of really having been I still have the tendency to people please. So where I focus too much on the other person, and start to, and as a mom, that's very easy to also be in that habit. So this is very medicinal for me. Okay, I like with all the invitations, it's like, okay, I'm in a relation with someone, but all my job is to focus on me. What do I want to do in this space? And there are a lot of people who need that medicine in our world. Have I noticed that really to be invited to be my true self, to not try and create any kind of. If I'm tired, I can be tired. If I'm sad, I can cry. So just that invitation is really powerful, and it's not easy for us. I mean, we have. Yeah, it's not always easy to take the invitation just because it's there, but then we notice things about ourselves.
Yeah, so creating a safe space.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, which potential does this activity, this dialogue among people have, and in which directions are you curious to explore more, or to bring this, if you have any wish?
Yeah, I mean, for me, where I want to develop this work is and it's still for me to be able to frame it well enough. How can this work also contribute to this massive shift that humanity needs to go through, to be more connected to place, and to come into caring relationship with the earth, and so I want ritual play to really contribute to that, and to be able to formulate that. So to take care of myself, and to take care of each other, and to take care of the earth together. Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
But I love this container. It's clear and I get to play for longer extended periods of time. That's rare. I love it. And it's so crisp and clear, and I'm bringing it out there into the world.
I feel safe in there. That's where I can just be myself.
It was quite nice to have this experience, to have this power that I can leave at any time I want to. And then, the game to come in was quite teasy, and I liked it very much. And also his reaction, he was like, okay! And I was like, okay!
I love the laughter and the fun of this play, and it's also important that crying and whatever deep sorrow that could come up is equally equally material for play. If I'm very upset and charged about something, so angry, so I sort of want to kill the other person, or then I want to run away. This is a way for me sort of to keep relating and sort of be able to sort of bring that to the table.
Please visit www.patreon.com/oneseedaday and support us with a monthly donation of €1 or $, in order to get access to exclusive content of various permaculture projects, analysis and insights about agroforestry, to connect with our community, to support our daily seed plantings and long-term projects such as the One Seed a Day Foundation and socio-ecological reforestation for the connection of humans and their nature.